What has been going on with 2020? It has been so crazy, it makes people contemplate ways on how to go ahead and alter their mood. And no, you should not be taking any substances to alter your mood, but if you got to come along for the ride, might as well hop in the driver's seat and have a little bit of fun. And today, boys and girls, we got a little bit of fun for you today, because I present to you the 2020 Hyundai Velosters that we're about to go ahead and break down, package by package by package. Let's go. What is up, guys? It's Miguel, your car guy, and today we are talking Veloster. Like I already mentioned, and like you saw in the video thumbnail, we have a lot to talk about. Now, I'm not going to show the package one, which is the Veloster 2.0, but I will tell you that every single Veloster shares a few key characteristics. Number one is actually three, because every single Veloster has 3 doors, and I am not talking about the hatch. If you take a look right here, you will see that the driver's side has 1 door and the passenger side has 2, so that makes it a 3-door hatchback, because the hatchback, I guess, would be door number 4, but it's a I don't know how that works, but it has 3 passenger doors, making it asymmetrical, which is very unique in its category. Something else that they all have are alloy wheels. No hubcaps on the Veloster family. They all have real rims, which is absolutely amazing. Backup camera, Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto is included even in the least expensive one, so it's not an upgrade like it is pretty much everywhere else in the auto industry. But beyond that, there are a lot of nice things as far as safety. You have lane keeping assist, you have 6 airbags, and a fuel sipping 4-cylinder that gets you great gas mileage. And that was just the package one. Now we're about to go ahead and upgrade to the Veloster 2.0 Premium, which happens to be this one. So let me show you the differences. So you're looking for a premium on the lot, but you don't know what you're looking for. Well, guess what? Miguel is here to help you, because if you're looking for a premium, the premium, this is the first level that actually brings the 18-inch alloy wheels, as opposed to the 17 inches that you get with the regular 2.0. So that's a nice little feature, making sure that everybody knows that it's kind of fancy, and it is definitely not the package one. And it doesn't just stop at the wheels, making sure that you know that your Veloster is a little different. As you can tell on the top, the entire midsection of the roof is one giant pane of glass, because you also do have a panoramic sunroof in the Veloster Premium, which is oh so lovely and oh so nice, and a great place to be whenever you're driving and the temperature is just right. You're gonna love this thing with wind blowing through your hair. It's going to be lovely. And that is not the only thing that makes a premium the premium. Check this out. If you have very keen eyes, you can probably tell that this car also has a little button right here on the door. That means if you happen to have a smart key on you, you just push the button, unlocks the door, and then you go ahead and sit in the driver's seat. You know why? Because now you have to start it. And guess what? The Veloster Premium is the first level to bring the push button start, which is absolutely amazing. The package 2.0 brings the key. This one brings the push button start. So that is very cool and something that I quite like. So let me go ahead and dive inside and show you a few more differences in this, because you're gonna like it. So nice to be behind the wheel of the Veloster, especially since it's the Premium, because the Premium is the first level to actually bring this leather and cloth seating combination. It is absolutely magnificent, with the red accents all around the seating, and also integrated into the steering wheel, and also the automatic shifter. So that is pretty cool. And speaking of shifters, yes, this is an automatic transmission car. If you go to the regular 2.0, it's an automatic or manual option. If you go to the Premium, though, it is only an automatic option. So that way, when you're drinking your coffee, it's a little bit easier. But do not fret, my pet, because guess what else you get? Paddle shifters. Yes, that is right. The Veloster 2.0 Premium brings paddle shifters, so that way you could live your Formula 1 racing fantasies, which is really, really nice. Yeah. Now, something else that you get when you go Premium is that you also do have the upgraded Premium sound, because yes, you get the Infinity surround sound audio system. So for all you music buffs out there, the Premium might be the way you want to go. You're welcome. Still not premium enough for you? Oh my goodness, tough crowd, but don't worry, because guess what else you get? The 2.0 Premium is also the first level to bring the passengers heated seats as well as the driver's heated seats. That way, if you're feeling a little cold or just want a little bit of relief from back pain, go ahead and turn it on, high, medium, low, or off, and you are doing absolutely fantastic. And if that's still not enough for you, here's another little secret. The Veloster 2.0 Premium is the first level to actually bring the wireless charging pad. So if your phone can charge wirelessly, you just put it right here in this little cubby hole right in front of the shifter, and boom, there you go. Your phone will be charging up when you're going on your long drive without having to need a cable. So that is super cool for the wireless charging, and the reason that I love this package so much. But this is not the only package that brings a lot of cool things, and the next one's gonna be for the real hardcore enthusiasts. So those of you who didn't like the automatic transmission, you're about to love this one. Next, we're gonna go ahead to the Veloster R-Spec. Yes guys, this is the Veloster R-Spec, and you do get a lot of fun stuff, and it's not on a bun for all you who have a gluten intolerance. Do not worry, this is not for the faint of heart, because like I said, this is for the enthusiast. This is for the racer. For example, if you look at the wheels, they are still 18-inch alloy wheels, but if you notice, they're blacked out. These are blacked out wheels, absolutely making it look like something a little bit more sinister, because you know there's something a little bit more to it. And if you look closer at those wheels, they are wrapped in Michelin Pilot Sport tires, which are a very good compound to have when you're tearing up the curves, because the Veloster is a curb ripper. Short wheelbase, nice spunky engine, that thing is amazing. Oh, and by the way, you do have a nice and spunky engine, because this is the first level to actually bring the 1.6 liter turbocharged engine cranking out 201 ponies. And yes, it is 201, not 200, not 202, but 201, and 195 pound-feet of torque. And in a package like this, this thing rips. All right, so we know that it grips with the Michelins, and you know that it rips with the turbo. Now, this next thing you can't see, but it is in the Hyundai manual, and it does say that the Veloster R-Spec is actually the first one to go ahead and bring the Sport Tune suspension. So that is a super nice thing, but that's only half the equation, because you still have to tame them ponies. So whenever you're driving spiritedly on the road, if you need to go ahead and reduce your velocity, this also is the first level to bring bigger brake discs for the front brake, so that way you can go ahead and come to a stop a little bit quicker than you would in the 2.0 or the 2.0 Premium. Now, here's a question I always get: how do I make my lights do that? Well, guess what? I'm standing here in person. The lights are solid. They're not pulsating with the daytime running lights. But being that you have the R-Spec is also the first level to go ahead and bring the LED headlights and the LED taillights on the Veloster 2. Another way to tell that this is the turbo variant is that it has dual exhaust. So 2 circular exhausts as opposed to the 1 big exhaust like you would get in the Premium. So that's another cool little way to tell that you are dealing with a turbocharged Veloster R-Spec 2020. So that is another good little information. So let's go ahead and drive on inside, and I'll show you some more technical details about the Veloster. Now that we're sitting on the inside of the R-Spec, I'll show you a few more things that you actually gain. For example, the R-Spec is the only one to have this billet aluminum shift knob. I absolutely love it, but word of caution, if you are driving this car and you get in on a hot day, please use something to cover it, because your hand is going to get hot, believe me. Now, another thing that you probably notice is that the interior is different. You don't have the cloth and the leather. They actually got rid of the leather, so that way I'm guessing it can go ahead and save a little bit of weight, because the cloth is lighter. And not only that, it's yellow. I know, yellow accented pieces are an exclusive for the Veloster R-Spec. So those are a few other things that you gain. Now, there is a flip side of that coin, because there are a few things that you lost. Like I mentioned, this is more for the enthusiast. This is more for the racer. And guess what? The heavier something is, the slower it goes. So they got rid of a few things. So for example, no more sunroof. This does not have a sunroof. Another thing that it doesn't have is wireless charging. Again, that is in the Premium, not in the Veloster R-Spec. And another very obvious thing that you don't get is the seat heaters. So yeah, if it's just a cold day outside, you're just gonna have to crank up that heat, because the seats are not warm. But again, it is a lot lighter than what it would be, and you have the turbo thrown in on that. So this thing is absolutely zippy. Now, Let's say you want to go ahead and have the best of both worlds. Well, you're in luck because Hyundai makes a Veloster that integrates the best of both worlds as far as premium luxury and the sportiness feel. So next up, we have the Veloster Turbo. Let's go. And here we are, guys. We have the Veloster Turbo, and yes, even though the R-Spec does have a turbo, this model is above the R-Spec because not only does it incorporate a lot of the R-Spec sportiness features, but you get a lot of the premium features back that you couldn't get on the R-Spec at all. And we're about to go ahead and dive in a little bit deeper because the Veloster Turbo is one of the most well-rounded Velosters in the entire model lineup. So let's go ahead and get started. So guys, before I go ahead and tell you more differences, I want to go ahead and say, if you like what you see so far, go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, because I want to go ahead making the best possible videos that you want to see. So go ahead and let me know, what else do you want to see, because I'm trying to go ahead and glow up with you. And by the way, if you're looking for a car, I actually do sell cars at Universal Hyundai. So if you want to go ahead and make an appointment, go to the first link in the description where it says appointment, schedule your appointment with me. I have my entire month already planned out. All you got to do, tell me when you want to come in, make the appointment, and we are golden. But getting back to the Veloster Turbo, if you're looking for the turbo model, you need to go ahead and look for those rims. They're still 18-inch rims, but guess what? They have kind of like the Ninja Star pattern. I don't know what Hyundai calls it. I call it the Ninja Star because it just looks like a Ninja Star to me. And if you notice, they actually did get rid of the Michelin tires because those are a summer tire compound, and they switch it for the all-season tires. That way, if you don't want to go ahead and put on the right car for the right scenario at the right time, just rock with the factory rubbers. You will be absolutely great. And those are just a few of the things that make this the Turbo. Now, another thing before I head on inside are the mirrors, because the mirrors, this is the first level to actually bring the side turn signal mirrors on the car. That way, if you happen to be making a left or right turn, or there happens to be pedestrians, hopefully they'll be able to see your blinker a little bit easier, even if they can't see the front of your car. So that is kind of cool. But let's go ahead and end inside, and I'll show you what else you just get back when you go ahead and come with the Turbo. And like I said, going from the R-Spec to the Turbo, you get everything that you lost when you went from the premium to the R-Spec. So back again is this beautiful sunroof. Back again are the heated seats, the wireless charging pad, and yes, you even have the higher grade seating surfaces with the cloth and the leather. Now, it is very similar to the premium, but it feels like the bolsters of the seat, the things that keep you centered, it feels like they're a little bit more reinforced. I'm guessing it's because it's turbo. That way, when you go ahead and get on the power and you're making a turn, it doesn't go ahead and slosh you to the left or the right really quick. And like I said, this is a very well-equipped car for what you're getting. But let's say you're still not getting enough. Let's say your inner Tony Stark is saying, there could be more. Well, Hyundai actually thought of that too, because next up is the Veloster Ultimate. Let's go. And here you go, everybody. For all of those wanting more, technologically speaking, this is the most Veloster you can get, the Veloster Ultimate. Now, the real way to tell the Ultimate, the easiest way to tell the Ultimate, is to look at the roof, because the Ultimate is the only one to have the black roof if it's not already a black car. So that is very, very cool to have. Beyond that, if you actually come over here and look at the front grille, you'll notice that the Hyundai symbol is a little different. That is because right behind that symbol is the radar for the adaptive cruise control. That way, if you're going 80 on the highway on the cruise control, slowpoke hops in front of your way, the car will slow itself down. So when slowpoke's out of your way, it'll go ahead and speed back up. So that is another cool thing. And those are just a couple outside things. The real big difference is the inside, because this is the first level to bring full leather. Let me show you. Now, as you can see in the driver's seat, the only way to go ahead and get the full leather in the car is to go Ultimate, because that is absolutely something unique in the Veloster line. And you still have the red accents on the seat, which is super, super lovely. But I would say that there is one more thing that's more impressive than the wireless charging, the adaptive cruise control, and that sunroof, and that is the heads-up display. Did you see it rise out of the dash? I absolutely love it. And beyond that, you can actually customize what you want to see. So if you want to see the navigation arrows, you can actually go ahead and see the navigation arrows. Make a left, make a right on the heads-up display. Another cool thing that you could do is if you want to see the blind spots and not have to rely on your mirrors, guess what? You could actually activate it in the systems menu and see your blind spot in the heads-up display. I mean, it is oh so gorgeous, and I absolutely love the fact that Hyundai is thinking outside the box when it comes to that. Oh, and by the way, when you go Ultimate, you also do have a bigger touchscreen with factory navigation integrated, so you don't have to rely on Apple CarPlay or Android Auto by itself. Factory nav with the Veloster Ultimate. That's cool. And so guys, that has been the Veloster packages 2.0 Premium all the way up to the Ultimate Turbo. And there have been a few things that I left out on purpose because I'm not gonna cover every single tiny little detail. But for example, the 2.0 Premium also brings Blue Link. That way you can go ahead and start your car from your phone. Now, if you're wondering, is he gonna talk about the Veloster N? Not in this video, but if you wanna go ahead, click right there. That is the Veloster N video that I already did because I knew this day was coming, that I can go ahead and link back to it. You guys are gonna love the Veloster N. If the Veloster R-Spec was enough for you, hopefully the N does it for you. But guys, like I said, I hope you've enjoyed this. My name is Miguel, your car guy, and this has been The Breakdown. So until next time I see you, let's go ahead and break it down. Let's see, where's that? Okay. You know, boys and girls, before I start my video, I am going to go ahead and take my name tag and cover up my Genesis shirt because I've been doing a lot of Hyundai videos with the Genesis shirt on, and the rumor is Hyundai or Genesis wants to be disassociated from Hyundai a little bit just to have a little bit more opulent name. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them. Know your roots, but always continue to proceed forward. Unfortunately, I'm still a salesperson, so I fit my videos between my sales. So sometimes I'm wearing the Genesis shirt instead of the Hyundai or the dealership shirt. So I'm so sorry if I'm frustrating some or all of you, or actually, I don't even know if I'm on any of your radars there at Genesis, but you know what? I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, so much respect, but I'm gonna try to do my best on what I got. Thanks.